I can still catch it. Welcome to Jersey Line. Pat O'Melia here, your pigskin prognosticator who had a rough week last week. Now I'm at 500 for the year. I think I went, I hate to admit it, I think it was 4-8. Oh, it was terrible. Oh, awful. I was getting crushed by half points left and right. I hope to make up this week. You know what I have not had this week? I've had a lot of 9-win weeks. I haven't had that 10. I thought I was going to have it last week. I went 7-2 2 weeks ago in the 1 o'clock games and went 9-6. I need a 10 or 11 win week, and I'm hoping to do it this week. Got Saturday games. You got Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday. This might be the last Thursday night game of the year. I got to look at the schedule. But let's start. Remember, don't bet crazy. Go on FanDuel. You can bet like $5 a game. Yeah, I bet you could bet $1 a game on FanDuel. Here we go. Thursday, we got the 49ers versus the Seahawks. 49ers, we got the Purdy kid. He was Mr. Irrelevant. He was the last person drafted starting for the 49ers, and he beat Tom Brady last week, which was one of those games I lost. I keep losing with Hall of Fame quarterback. I'm going to take the 49ers over the Seattle Seahawks. Geno Smith having a good year, just not good enough. He might get comeback player of the year, but he's not going to beat the 49ers. Saturday, 1 o'clock. Yes, Saturday, 1 o'clock. Colts at Vikings. I think the Colts are staying with Matty Ryan. You got Jeff Saturday. He's trying to figure out his last few games of the season. Not sure if he's going to be back. The Colts say they're going to interview for head coaches. The Colts are at the Vikings. The Vikings need a win. I lost with the Vikings last week. I lost 8 times last week. So there'll be a lot of that in this Jersey Line. I'm looking for the Vikes to rebound. So I'm going to take the Vikes -4.5 at home versus the Colts. Over under 48.5. Over under on the 49ers and the Seahawks was 43.5. Saturday, 4 o'clock. Ravens at Browns. All right, the Ravens, I'm not sure who's starting right now. I don't know if it's Hundley. Lamar Jackson is out. He's got another couple weeks, knee injury. It's time for the Browns to win. They got a $250 million guaranteed contract quarterback. It is time for a win, and I think it's this week. I'm going to take the Browns at home, -3 versus the Ravens. Saturday, 8 o'clock. This should be a good game. Dolphins at Bills. Lost last week with the Dolphins. Yes, I did. I'm going to go with the Bills. I lost with the Bills, too. They didn't cover. I'm going to take the Bills, -7 versus the Dolphins. You know, Tua, there might be some injury there because Tua, he's very accurate. But there was like 0 zip on his ball. So we'll see what happens this week. Accuracy was still there, but 0 zip. I'm going to take the Bills -7 at home, over under 43.5. Sunday, 1 o'clock. Sunday. Was that the 8 o'clock game? Yeah, it was 8 o'clock. Dolphins at Bills, Saturday. 1 o'clock, Sunday. Falcons at Saints. Moriarty left the team. Yeah, they're going to start their 3rd round draft choice this week. Marcus Mariota got mad. He left the team, walked off. So the Saints, I have a tough time with the Saints, but I'm going to go with the Saints. I'm going to take the Saints versus the Falcons. Saints at home, -4.5, over under 42.5. Sunday, 1 o'clock, the Lions at the Jets. I lost with the Lions last week. Well, I had the Vikings. Tough game. I'm going to go with the Lions again. They're at the Jetsies. I'm going to take the Lions at Jets. Lions -1, over under 44.5. Now, I thought they were going to trade Goff this year, but looks like they're going to keep him long term. Sunday, 1 o'clock, Chiefs at Texans. I won with the Texans last week. It was one of the sole highlights of my week. I had the Texans +17 versus the Cowboys. They almost won the game. They only lost by 3 points. I'm going to ride again with the Texans versus the Kansas City Chiefs. Texans +14 points. Kansas City has a hard time covering the spot. I'm going to figure they don't cover it here. So I'm taking those Texans +14, over under 49.5. Sunday, 1 o'clock, Eagles at Bears. Eagles are really looking like the best team in football. Yeah, Jalen Hurts, he looks like he's going to be the MVP. I don't think the Bears can keep up with the Eagles right now. I'm going to take the Eagles, big spot, 8.5. I'm going to take the Eagles, -8.5, over under 48.5. Sunday, Steelers at Panthers. I lost with the Steelers last week. I think I'm going to take the Steelers this week against my old buddy from the Jets, Sam Darnold. I'm going to take the Steelers plus 2.5. Over under 37.5. Hopefully the Pickett kid is out of concussion protocol by then. Trubisky, boy, I tell you, he looks good for you should only play Trubisky for 1 quarter, then get him out of there. Because after 1 quarter, that's like they figured him out. 1 o'clock game, Cowboys at Jaguars. I'm very leery about taking the Cowboys, and I am taking the Cowboys here. Minus 4.5. They almost couldn't get past Texas last week. It was the last second touchdown they won. But I'm going to ride with the Cowboys. Cowboys minus 4.5. Over under 47.5. Sunday, 4 o'clock. Cards at Broncos. Not sure if Russell's starting. He got his bell rung last week. He's in concussion protocol. Kyle Murray is out with MCL. So you got Colt McCoy. Colt McCoy isn't too bad, but the carts fell off. The wheels fell off the cart last week for the Cards. I think they're going to pull this out. I'm going to go with the Cards plus 1 versus Denver. Over under 36.5. 4 o'clock game, Patriots at Raiders. This line flipped. The Raiders were getting points for a while. Now it's the Raiders giving points. So something's going on here. Patriots didn't look that hot last week. But something is up. You got ex-coach going against his mentor in Belichick, Josh Daniels. I'm going to take the Raiders this week. I'm really leery about this one, but I'll take the Raiders minus 1, over under 36.5. 4 o'clock game, Titans at Chargers. The Titans are having a rough patch here. The Chargers, Herbert, I tell you, this kid looks really good now. He's back from his rib injury, that's for sure. I'm going to take those Chargers, minus 2.5, over under 46.5. 4 o'clock game, Bengals at Buccaneers. Hall of Fame quarterback. I lose with Hall of Fame quarterbacks. I'm going to take Joe Burrows, who eventually probably will be a Hall of Fame quarterback, against the Bucs. I'm going to take the Bengals, minus 3.5 versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Over-unders on the screen. I forgot to write it on the card. 8 o'clock game. My New York Football Giants are visiting the Washington Commanders. I'm going to go out on a limb. One of the few times this year, I'm going to take the New York Football Giants, and I'm going to get 4.5 points. Over-under is 40.5. Go Giants. And that's the 8 o'clock game Sunday. And Monday, it's the Los Angeles Rams at the Green Bay Packers. Baker Mayfield is probably, I'm sure he's starting for the Rams. He beat me last week, Baker Mayfield. Guy was on the team for like 2 hours. Winning drive, I lose. Hopefully it's really cold in Green Bay. So I'm going to take the Green Bay Packers, minus 6.5. Over-unders on the screen. Listen, bet with your head, bet smart. I'll see you next week. Put a little money out there, get some Christmas gift stuff. I'll talk to you next week. Good night.